My walls are all built, and now I'm jumping back over here to finish up the rough opening for this door. It is a 36 by 80 inch door. Again, I want to go 2.5 inches bigger than the actual door. That's going to be the rough opening. Make sure to check whatever door you're getting for their recommendation for the rough opening. So right here, I'm going to measure from the floor up to 82.5 inches. Then I'm going to take my framing square, I'm going to go to that line, and this is going to be the opening, but I also want two 2x6s up here for nailing purposes. And I don't need to do a header here because this is not a load-bearing wall. So these on the flat like this will be sufficient. I can do the same thing on this side. 82.5. In case you didn't notice by now, this frame and square right here is 1.5 inches, which is the thickness of a 2x. And on this bottom one, I'm just gonna make a couple little tick marks, and I'm gonna check this for level because the floor could be off. And it's a little out. If I wanted to, I could drop it down like that, but that's 1/8 of an inch. If it was something like 1/2 of an inch, I would go with wherever my biggest measurement was and then level it across. You just wouldn't want to make the opening smaller than the recommended rough opening height. And now, take a measurement to my top line. That's 5 5/8. See if it's the same on the other side. And it's not. This is 5 3/8. So I'll do one at 5 3/8 and one at 5 5/8. I'm going to use these pieces. If you're not comfortable with a circular saw or a chop saw, just get a longer piece because these are kind of small to cut. There we go. Now I'm going to take a measurement for this piece right here, 41.5. Now I can put this piece in, nice and flush, nice and even. Now I'm going to put a couple pieces in here. I already have some marks right here that I'll use. And that is going to the edge of this right here. And I'll just do a little mark like that. Same thing over here. Now I can take a measurement for these pieces, 5.5, 5.5 strong. These can be a little tight, but don't jam them in there and bow this down. That's perfect. And on the line, put one nail here. I'm gonna put my square there. Line it up. Perfect. And then make sure to nail the tops. Then I can cut another piece for right here, 41.5. Now I'm going to do my jack studs, and you could put these in and then cut this bottom plate out with a Sawzall or whatever you want to use. But here's a little trick. If you set the depth on your circular saw to just past 1.5 inches, so I like to do this and then just kind of dig that into the plywood a little bit. and then set it. From here to the other side of the blade is 1.5 inches. So I can cut these out before and then put the jacks in. I might go through some nails here, so hopefully I don't ruin my blade, but we'll see. And I can measure for the jack studs. 81. 81. And not that it is great, but I usually save my twisted boards for my jacks. I like to go at a slight angle, that way on this side you don't end up getting caught if you walk through the studs or something. Because I use my messed up boards for my jacks, you can see this board is sticking out more than this one, which is a pretty easy fix. I'm just going to go over here and hold this tight and shoot a couple nails at an angle like this. And I can grab my hammer, nail it over. I just put that there just to stop this from separating from this while I hammered that in.